I gave a message last week, and I was talking in parable. So if you actually take your time to listen to that message last Sunday, you will realize that I just talked. Today I'm here with a copy of the message which I'm going to deliver for the whole world. So what is to come, that is prophetic word. I will look at the paper and I will read for you the way I saw it in the vision. And when I'm reading it, look at the content. Thank you. It's a vision. You remember 3 years ago, I came out and I was reading paper and I said, pray for the president of Libya. I don't see president there. And I was reading it. After that, I'm seeing a revolution again in Egypt. I said it in the paper, and I said the revolution will continue moving around. I said it, this is how I carried the paper. Are you talking of Nigeria, what we are facing? I read it, and I said, this is what I saw, what has never happened in the history of Nigeria. I say, I'm seeing bomb in any form, in all kinds, which we have never experienced. I said it will start. About Iraq, I told you about the revolution coming. And Tunisia, I saw it, everything. Go on your internet and type TB Joshua. Take your time to read about my track record when it comes to prophecy. I want to read this one again. This one is a serious one. So write it in the paper and follow it up. Tell your president all over the world. I'm talking to the whole world. Message is here. Carry your youth along. That is the title. Carry your what? Carry your youth along. Carry your youth along. When we say youth, you know people they call youth. Do you know I'm youth? Because I declare my age, have you? I'm youth. Carry us along, including me. And stop using our stock. You talk of 50 down to 2019. Hardly you see any government, most especially in Africa, you see at that 50 year to 90 year in an important position. If you see youth, 19 year, 20 year, 40 year, as a chairman of the company, is either he inherited that company from his father or parent. So God showed me this vision, not sitting down writing an article. This is not press conference. This is a vision I saw. Carry your youth along. I'm seeing a revolution. When I say revolution, I mean every revolution starts by protest. When it starts by protest, at that protest, the power can stop them. They have the ability to stop them. But when it becomes revolution, no one can stop revolution. Revolution means everyone is ready to go for it. This is the one we are seeing in other nations all over. I repeat again. I'm seeing what? A revolution. I'm seeing people taken to the streets. At the beginning of that protest, instead of revolution, I said protest is a parable. Yeah, because when it started, you think it's a protest. But at the end of the day, you realize that this is a revolution. You can stop protest, but you cannot stop revolution. Tell your neighbor, you can stop protest, but revolution you cannot stop. You know, every revolution starts by protest. If I'm talking, let us see your hand. It will come, people carry placard, hey. You say, this is protest. You carry police, you carry everything, you stop them. But when it becomes revolution, everybody are ready to die. So you can't stop it. At the beginning of that protest, I call it beginning because at the beginning of every revolution, it looked like protest. It might be stopped at the beginning. Eventually, it will become so big that it cannot be stopped. This I see happen. Nigeria, pray. All over the world, it will move from one country to another. God has given us the way out. Listen to the way out. The way out, are you there? Job creation for the youth and the creation of a new social value system. I will explain. Not job creation, but a creation of a new social value system. This is because 90% of youth believe that it is by becoming political thugs that they could be successful. It by become what? Political thugs. They can be successful. Especially, you see PhD, even a professor today, they become thug to the political leaders. Professor, because they have no job. Can send a professor to do anything for you for money because he has nothing to do. Take note. Because those in the political office do not want to retire in politics and become statesman. You know the reason why the youth turn to thugs? People in power in political offices, they are not ready to retire. And retire and become statesman. Nobody is ready. And the youth, they are jobless. They are supposed to be included in the system. Because when the people up there are not retired, there is no offices for youth, new people, new intake. No matter the education the youth have, whether PhD or professor, youth, they feel they have no place in politics. And there is no job to keep them busy. There must be a new orientation. There must be a new what? Orientation. In politics, the youth should be considered for important position, such as assistant to elders. I'm taking it again. In politics, the youth, the way out, should be considered for important positions such as assistant to the elders. While the elders are ministers, the youth should be junior ministers. While the elders are ministers, the youth should be what? Junior ministers. This little example of being junior minister can change the situation of things. Tell your president, tell your leaders, tell your prime minister all over the world, revolution is coming. In every department of government or politics, the youth should be junior assistant to the leaders, to the head of such departments. The youth should be what? Should be junior assistant to the heads of such departments, whatever department. Either chairman of a company or director or administrator, that must be junior administrator. Chairman of the company, that must be junior chairman. Head of processor, that must be junior processor. Just name municipal, that must be junior municipal. A good example, the chairman of political party of your country could be an elder, while youth should be the junior chairman. The chairman of your political party could be an elder, while a youth should be the junior chairman under him as the second in command. When we say youth, you know what we mean. Among youth, you see professor among them, PhD among them, master degree. There is no area of life you cannot find in youth. We talk of 40 to 50 years to 20 years. Even you see 20 years old, a professor. In all appointment into department of politics or administration, youth should be considered as well second in command. By doing this, we are training them to take over tomorrow. This is because they are leaders tomorrow. This is a message to the whole world, and not only to your country. This is because revolution is a weapon of change that is coming. Revolution is a weapon of change that is coming. This is a vision. I'm not preach and I'm not teach. This is what I saw. Look at my track record. What I've been saying right from the beginning of this ministry. This is the vision I saw. Revolution is coming when people will take to the street, because life has no value anymore to the people. Out there, it has started somewhere. I said it 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Is in the video and the record. I read it here, and if time permits us, I'll bring all those cassettes out. Some of these have been played on Emmanuel TV. They are in the archives. If time permits, I will show them. Any nation that will start it now will avert the coming revolution. Every offices, every department, every administration, just mention assistant, minister of this, assistant youth, chairman of this, assistant youth, this, that, all over the world. In every area, you will see the whole thing will come. And they let them know that these people are appointed to appeal to the youth. Carry your youth along in your politics and administration, especially in ruling your country. Tell your neighbor, carry your youth along in your politics, administration, especially in ruling your country. I have said it, none of this will go without being fulfilled. I have said it, none of this will go without being what? Read about me and my track record. This is the voice of God. I realized my message right from the beginning of my ministry were never believed until they came to pass. I want you to believe this before it comes to pass, because it will be disastrous. Look at what has happened in our neighboring country, good example, Egypt. Because of the first revolution that happened there, that's the challenge they are facing now. When we carry the youth along, whenever there is a revolt or situation, they will be available to readily speak to their colleagues. Because people that are going for revolution or protest, 90% of them are youth. And they would like to hear the voice of their colleague better than anybody talking to them. If the junior minister come out or junior chairman come out to talk to the protester, and they know it's a junior chairman, is there to represent them, they will listen to him better than anyone. The youth want to see themselves represented in every area of life. That is the answer to the problem coming.
When T.B. Joshua warned that Africa, and especially Nigeria, would face a revolution if the youths were not carried along. Many dismissed it as another prophecy that would fade with time. But what we have seen over the past decade shows that the man was not talking out of sentiment. He was speaking from a deep understanding of a country sitting on a keg of gunpowder. The neglect he talked about has not only swallowed the masses, it has strangled even the educated elite. Today, professors, the very people who should be shaping the future of the nation, are being dragged into the mud of politics because of poverty. We saw returning officers, men and women entrusted with safeguarding democracy, openly alter election results. And when professors, who should be the conscience of society, become tools for rigging, what hope is left for the ordinary citizen? The youths are not left out. Politicians have used them as thugs, ballot snatchers, and instruments of intimidation. If a politician fears he is losing, he deploys hungry young men to disrupt the polling unit. If he believes he has an advantage, he weaponizes the same youths to attack his opponents. All this did not start today. They are symptoms of years of neglect, manipulation, and weaponized poverty. T.B. Joshua made it clear that a nation that does not empower its youths is inviting chaos. He said political leaders should appoint young people into key positions, not as tokens or decorations, but as mentees who would one day take over leadership. He explained that it is only youths who are part of the system that can calm their fellow youths when anger erupts, when they want to go to the street to protest. That advice was ignored. Instead, what we have seen is the complete abandonment of young people. Rising unemployment, hopelessness, lack of empowerment, poor education, insecurity everywhere. The youths are frustrated, and frustration is a dangerous spark. That spark ignited #EndEndSARS. It ignited #EndBadGovernance. It fueled banditry, kidnappings, terrorism, because when a young man sits in darkness for too long, he looks for any way to escape it, even if that path is destructive. And while other nations have moved forward, Nigerian leaders still behave as though the youths must wait forever to be trusted with meaningful opportunities. Even today, under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the pattern remains the same. Young people are remembered only during elections, but forgotten immediately after. Now, the prophecy has come full circle. The protests, the unrest, the insecurity, these are not random events. They are warnings. They are reactions. They are consequences of years of neglect. In the end, the question remains: how many more prophecies must come to pass before leaders understand that ignoring the youths is not just bad governance, it is a slow invitation to crisis? Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.